How I knew I had cancer. In 2020, at the height of the pandemic, I started noticing that I was super fatigued, so tired, had stomach ache, headache, and body ache, and this weird fever that was always there but never registering. I had a dream that I had cancer, so I went to my gynecologist and I said, "Can you please test me for cancer?" We don't have history of cancer in my family, and I had no reason to believe that that's what it was. My gynecologist at the time simply just did the typical pap smear and everything was clear. Unconvinced, I actually went to a pelvic floor therapist who gave me a massage. And after that massage, I started noticing that I was having pain every time I had sex. So I called my doctor's office again and I said, "I'm having pain with sex. I think there's something wrong. I think I have cancer." To which they said, "You're just a woman of a certain age and it's just likely that your body has changed." To which I lied and I told the next doctor that I was bleeding because I noticed that on all the questionnaire, if you were bleeding, they would see you very quickly. So I just lied and said I was bleeding. So then I got a biopsy of my uterus and they did a pelvic ultrasound to see if there was something causing the bleeding. That wasn't happening, it was just pain. They didn't find anything, no sign of cancer. After the biopsy, I actually did start bleeding. Every time we would have sex, it was just awful. They wouldn't listen to me. So I find this dude and he tells me that I am a woman of a certain age and that if I want to put an end to the bleeding and the pain, that I just need to have a hysterectomy. That broke my heart. And so then I decided just to go to holistic medicine. I did everything from steaming my vagina to going to pelvic care to doing acupuncture to Wim Hof to just trying everything and anything that I could to stop the pain and bleeding. Nothing worked. I found another gynecologist and she ordered new imaging at a new location because my then insurance company wouldn't pay for it anymore because nothing was wrong. With the new imaging, the cancer was found. It was in and around where I'd had a C-section, in the scar tissue. It was both cervical and uterine, and they had missed it and broken through it when they had done the biopsy. So when you get a uterine biopsy, they put a glass tube up so as to not touch any of the cells of the cervix on its way up and only get the uterine as the biopsy. Well, my uterus didn't have where they were biopsying any of the cancer cells, but just below it on the tip of the cervix and the uterus where they two meet is where the cancer was, along the line of my C-section. Thankfully, we found it in the nick of time. We were able to do a radical hysterectomy. I was very lucky. I got radiation and chemo combo, and I have had a clean bill of health for 2 years now. You have to be your own advocate out there. You have to trust your body that it is telling you something's wrong, and don't let anybody gaslight you in the system and tell you that you don't know your body. You know what you need.